Whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of a good report, if there be any virtue and if there be any praise, think. Everybody say think on these things. Today we want to talk just a few moments. And when I say the title, then you can start timing me. That ain't counting. 10 minutes didn't count right now. Today we want to thank you. That's all I need right there. Today we want to talk from the subject, overcoming bitterness.
Amen. Amen.
Overcoming bitterness.
Amen.
This year we started out the year together, and we had an awesome time. That awesome service we had at the beginning of this year, and God kind of spoke the same thing through all of us, through Pastor Rod, through myself, and then the prayer that Pastor Mario prayed, and it was a tone of better.
Yeah.
Everybody remember that? Better?
Yeah.
We're talking about better, being better, and throughout the year, you were still holding on to that promise. I was still holding on to things gonna get better. I want better, so I'm gonna do better, and I'm gonna be better. But on May 4th, 2018 at 5:15 p.m., my better turned into something else. I was driving, my girls and I was driving to go pick up Akeisha, had the right of way downtown, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere seemingly, a car T-boned us. Another car hit us from the back. I didn't know it, but my life changed at that moment. Thank God my daughters were safe. As you can tell, they still crazy, they still there. Nothing changed with them, praise God. I'm going through some injuries and some other stuff that might have to take place, but I'm still believing and trusting God. But it's more so on the mental side that things change for me. See, I was still smiling and I was still joking and I was still, having a good time and still portraying to be a logical one. But on the inside, can I be honest with you all? I became bitter.
Yeah.
Bitter because I felt like it was unfair that this happened to me. So many times we take these cliches that we say in church for granted, but I learned the true definition of being thankful for God keeping from danger seen and unseen. Because that was a danger that was unseen. I didn't see it happening.
That's right.
And I told Keisha, I said, I don't think people understand, or individuals understanding this, nobody in here, but there were some ones that you thought would have called and checked up on you.
Yeah.
Or you would have called and came by the house and said, hey, how you doing? I just want to see if everything is all right. Thank God for the ones that I do have, but I didn't have my eyes on the ones that was there. I had my ones on the ones that I felt like that should have been there. As much as I've done for you, as much as I've been there for you, as much as I've sacrificed for you, and my wife has sacrificed for you, and I have woken up in the middle of the night to be there for you, and you're not there for me in my time of need.
Right.
Kept playing this accident in my head over and over again. Although I was grateful, I was bitter. Because I was grateful because he hit us in the middle. If he would have hit us further in the back, that would have been a direct hit on Harmony. And I thank God that Harmony was sitting in her seatbelt correctly. Because Harmony is one that she is the Houdini of car seats. You think you got her tied down, and next thing you know, when we put parking, she getting out the car, hopping out the car just like you are. But thank God she was in her seatbelt properly.
Thank you, God.
If it would have hit her further, it would have been a direct hit on Harmony. If it would have been further, it would have been a direct hit on me, but it hit right in the middle to where the frame was able to take the blunt of the hit.
Yes, God.
But I didn't have my eyes on there. I was still upset because I felt like, especially ones I called my brothers. Like I said, nobody in here. Pastor Mario checked on me. Pastor Rod checked on me. Alden came by. Pops was there. Reese didn't know nothing about it. It's all right. But it was a tragic event in my life. Truth of the matter is, there are some tragic events, or a series of events that have taken place in your life.
Yeah.
But the question is, what do you do when these circumstances knock on your door and punches you in the face?
Amen. do
Do you allow it to make you bitter, or do you allow it to make you better?
Amen.
May 4th to last Saturday, I was bitter. I wasn't a large one. Large one was always that cheerful, hopeful person that try to see the good in everybody, regardless of. And I found myself not being that person. I found myself being dragged back into some of the stuff that God delivered me out of.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe bitterness is a sin, but I believe it's a weight.
Amen. Amen.
Paul said, let us lay aside every weight and the sin that so easily besets us.
Amen.
Bitterness was an easy weight to put on.
Yeah.
Because somebody did you wrong. It wasn't birthed out of something that you do getting payback for. Bitterness comes from when somebody does you wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
My time was up.
Yeah.
But on last week, I was up that morning, restless, hadn't been getting a lot of sleep. Keisha woke up, and I began to share with her because I knew something in me was not right. She was like, Elijah, what is it? Just talk to me.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't talking this whole time. Everybody say, am I right? You all right? I'm good.
Yeah.
Still getting up here, not up here, but still preaching.
Yeah.
People still calling for encouragement, still doing that.
Yeah.
But bitter on the inside.
Yeah.
And I started going back into doing some of the stuff that God brought me out of. Started listening to some stuff ain't got no business. Can I tell the truth in here? Started wishing some things on people.
My God.
Started looking at reports instead of saying, or being the Christian and praying, I'm saying they get what they deserve.
Jesus.
Looking at stuff I don't got no business looking at.
Been there, brother. Been there, brother.
Am I talking to anybody in here?
Speak, Lord.
Keisha said, what is it? Because I knew this wasn't a large one. I said, I got to be honest, I'm bitter. I'm mad. I'm teed off. If I wasn't in the church, I would say another word. I am teed off. Because the people who you thought was going to be there for you, the people that you gave your last to, and your family suffered, now that you in need, you can only count on a certain few. Keisha asked the question, what are you going to do about it? Here I talk to you on today, we're standing. I know your situation. There's a situation in your life that might have affected you. Something that might have happened 10, 15, 20 years ago. Something that could have just... People still holding on to that stuff, whether you believe it or not.
Yes.
People not just crazy just because they crazy. People have actually went through some stuff. And because they didn't deal with it, it's starting to surface now. You want to know why mama acting so irrational? You know why daddy acting so crazy now? Because they held that stuff in. Nobody in the church told them, you need to get this out of you. They told them to dance it out. Praise your way through. But you got to deal with what's in you. You got to get it out of you. Everybody say you got to get it out of you. You cannot hold on to bitterness. You cannot hold on to anger. You cannot hold on to frustration. These things are destroyers of your destiny. These things are destroyers of your future, of your hope, of your promise. You got to let it go. It's time to let it go. See, bitterness is God. It's not God delivered me from bitterness, but God, I give my bitterness to you. It's a part of sanctification. And if you remember the story of Joshua, if you read through the book of Joshua, before God worked the miracle, he will always tell them this one thing. What? Sanctify yourself. What are you saying, Elijah? Well, you want God to do some stuff for you? You want God to open up doors for you? You want God to give you those things that he's put in your heart? It was not a lie. It can happen, but you got to sanctify yourself. What is it that you're holding on to? It was bitterness for me. I was mad. I was upset. Wanted to cry, but I wasn't going to let them see me cry. You don't want to talk to me? Fine, don't talk to me. You don't want to check on me? Then, okay, I'm going to cut you off, and I'm going to be nasty towards you, just like I feel like you're being towards me. That is not the will of God for his people. Somebody got to be the mature one. Are you going to be the mature one? Heads bowed.
And hear a liar tell you truth to bring you gladness. I can never boast in my accomplishments. I can only hope in God with confidence, opposite of optimists. You and I are consonants, broken all the vows, deserving of every consequence. Will you cry for me, or will you judge me? Will you throw stones at my head, or will you love me? I could never be everything that you want to see, but crooked sticks draw straight lines, just look at me. But crooked sticks draw straight lines, just look at me.